So here we go. Finally, we can start talking Forest properly as we head over to Anfield. And everyone thinks Forest are going to lose. But has Nuno got a trick up his sleeve? Welcome to the preview. Good morning, good evening, or good night. Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to the preview for Liverpool versus Forest. Yes, Forest have a crappy record in recent years, well, many years at Anfield, but Nuno has a few tricks up his sleeve, and I'm going to tell you about them in just a second. If you're enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new, and go get your tickets from Football Prizes. For Alex Moreno, you can win his signed kit. And on top of that, maybe even better, you can get Einar Insta Prize win if you hit ticket number 34. Or Milenkovic, who we're going to talk about today. If you hit ticket 131, it's yours. It's done. So get your tickets, scan the QR code, or click on the link that's pinned in the comments. All right, so today we're going to cover off what I think Nuno's going to do. Now, don't forget, we got the Forest Forum on tonight at 8 o'clock, where we'll be covering off some predicted team lineups with our panel and a lot of other Forest content coming out. We're back, baby, back into the full flow. But what I want to start with is talking about what I think Nuno's going to go with for Saturday. So let's update you about a few injuries. Now, this hasn't yet been confirmed by Nuno, but we believe Sangare came back to the UK last Monday, just gone, because he'd picked up a slight knock. Now, apparently it's not a serious knock, so I'm going to make the assumption that he's going to be fit enough for Saturday. We believe Bolly is out with a calf strain, so he's potentially not going to be able to play on Saturday either. Now, again, we need this confirmed from Nuno's presser, which will probably be later on this afternoon. Or if you're watching later, you can tell me in the comments down below. Outside of that, we believe that there should be pretty much everyone else available. Now, there are going to be some jet lag players who could have impact on there. Chris Wood, I think, was out in America playing against the USA. So there's been some long travels. You had Sosa as well playing over in South America somewhere. So there could be some jet lag issues, potentially. But come on, man, they're flying on private jets, not easy jets, so they should be quite fit. So we're going to work on the assumption that really Bolly is the only one unavailable. This was the team that lined up in our previous game against Wolves, and I think there will be some changes to this. In fact, I think we're going to see a formation change, and I'm predicting that Nuno will go with the formation that we went with against Newcastle in the Cup, which was a back three. So let me put in a rough back three that I think he's going to go with now. All right, so let's start with the centre backs and talk you guys through those, because Bolly's out, and I don't think he'll start Omar Bamadeli. So the three back potentially could be Morato, Murillo, and Milenkovic. MMM. And if we went Miguel in goal, then that's the full set. The question is, which way round will he go? I think Morata's more left-sided than Murillo. And I think Murillo playing in the middle isn't a bad idea because he can step through into that CDM position when Forest are attacking, if we do get to attack in this game. And then Milenkovic has just been fantastic in the international break as well for Serbia, getting a lot of bigging up, should we say. I think for fullback, he's going to go with Moreno on this left-hand side. In a back three, Moreno would work really well because he becomes very, very attacking. And then it's a question of Einar versus Williams. Now, personally, I would go with Einar, but I think he probably will start Williams there. Williams seems to be his slight favourite on that side, but I'm just going to put Einar, but it's open to debate. Now, you can see we've got 12 players on here. There's definitely a problem for him because Nuno likes a 3-4-3, or he likes a 3-2-2-1. I'll explain all in a second. So if he wants to play the same lineup or the same formation that we saw against Newcastle in the Cup, then technically he would have to drop Morgan Gibbs-White, leaving the two of Anderson and Sangare. I think against Newcastle it was Anderson and Dominguez. But I don't think we'll see that in this pairing. And then he can have his two wingers and then the striker up front. But you can't drop Morgan Gibbs-White. It's too big of a move. And I don't think it would be the right move to do. So what he'll have to do here instead is sacrifice potentially one of the wingers. Now there is a way he can do this and still create some balance. He could drop Elanga, I think would be the choice to drop. And then what you would do, you would almost have these two inside cams. I'm making that phrase up. And then you end up with Hudson-Odoi on the left-hand side of a 10 and Morgan Gibbs-White on the other side of a 10 as well, almost creating this box midfield between the four of them. And then I personally think, although Wood has been red hot so far at the start of the season, I would go with Taiwo up front. I'm not ready to give up on him. I'm not. And we need his pace, and I think back to what he did to the Liverpool defence in that first season back, and he worked really well. Hopefully he's got some fitness, but more importantly, has he got a bit of confidence? Now what this formation will allow is Einar and Moreno to create the width up here, turning this midfield almost into a 6, and then you got Taiwo up front. However, it will be a lot of work on these fullbacks, and we know Einar tends to gas quite early on in the match. But I think that's probably roughly the team he would go with. Now, he could surprise us and stick to a back four and stick with the 4-2-3-1. But I don't think that's the right play. I think Liverpool with their 4-3-3 formation would end up flooding that midfield, controlling that midfield, and causing us a lot of headaches. So I reckon this would be the team that he goes with. Now, do you agree with that or not? I'm not entirely convinced by it, I'll be honest with you, but you could argue whatever team we put out, we would still be the underdogs in this match. But let me know what formation you guys would go with in the comments down below. So in terms of the Liverpool team, there were rumours that McAllister was going to be out, but apparently he should be fit enough to be at least considered for the match on Saturday. It looks unlikely that Chiesa will make his debut for Liverpool, and I say thank God to that because he's a decent player. But overall, Liverpool are looking quite strong. In that 4-3-3 formation, they're most likely going to go ahead with Gravenberch as the CDM again, and he played really well against Manchester United in their previous match. Look, whatever team Liverpool go to put out against Forest, there's a good chance they're going to be too strong for us. But I just have a feeling about this game. Nuno has been very, very good at getting tactics right so far this season. Substitution-wise, we can still debate about what's happening there. But in terms of starting lineups, I've not been, too disappointed with any I've seen so far this season. And Liverpool at some point have to drop points. They can't just win every single game this season. And that's really what I'm holding on to for this one. I'm not saying Forest are going to go out their favourites, nor am I saying Forest are the strongest of the two teams. But at some point, they have to drop points. And with a lot of their players coming back from international duty, having played 1 or 2 games, there is potential that we could catch them off guard. Liverpool have European football to worry about next week as well, so potentially they may have half an eye on that. I don't know. Maybe I'm clutching at straws. I'm just trying to give you guys some confidence about Saturday. So my prediction is going to be a 1-1 draw. But I do have this weird, sneaky feeling that maybe we can scumbag a 1-0 because we deserve it, man. We should be on 9 points as it is. This is going to be an important couple of weeks for Forest. With Liverpool on Saturday and then Brighton away next Sunday. Forest need to get a couple of points out of this before we head into, I think, the Fulham match after that. So what do you guys think? How many points out of the next 3 games do you see us getting? And is this going to be that moment in the season that really does start to define us? Get your thoughts in down below. We'll see you tonight on the Forest Forum. Looking forward to hearing what the guests have to say. If you haven't already, please don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to Forest Fan TV if you are new. See you then. Come on, you Reds.